in section 2.3, we're going to look at different graphs and how to read them. We will look at how to create an actual couple of these, but most of them are going to be focusing on how to read them. The first graph that we're going to look at what's called a frequency polygon. And basically, a frequency polygon is a connect the dots graph, except for at the ends of each graph, we bring down the ends back to 0 at the ends of our frequency polygons. We always bring them back down to 0. So, how do you come up with the dots? Well, it's very similar to what we were doing with the bar graphs. We put the frequencies along the y-axis. The question is what goes along the bottom. When we did bar graphs, we could use either midpoints or class boundaries. When we're doing a polygon, because we only want one value to represent a class, we're going to want a point there. There's only one option. We can only use our class midpoints. So what we'll always put along the base are our midpoints if we're doing a polygon. So with polygons, you want to start thinking of a polygon as basically a connect the dots and bring back to the ends at both the beginning and the end. You got to make sure all the ends get brought back down to 0. The only difference between calling something a relative frequency polygon and a frequency polygon is what's going to go along the y-axis. So the frequency polygon has frequency along the y-axis, whereas the relative frequency polygon has the relative frequencies, those percentages. But notice the shape will look exactly the same. An ogive is a very specific type of polygon. It's a cumulative frequency polygon. Remember we talked about these in your last section? Cumulative frequencies grow. It means take that class and everything before it. So cumulative frequency polygons, these ogives are always going up. They're always increasing. They're never going to go down. A dot plot, I really wouldn't worry about how to make it, just how to read it. Means that you have a dot or several dots indicating how many data values you have. So I know this one's tiny, but if you take a look, the first group of 3 dots on top of 60 means that the number 60 occurred 3 times. This one dot looks like it's right around 124, so it means that there was a 124 somewhere. That's all you need to make sure that you can do.